I wasn't going to take you up here, but I think I'm going to show you this a little bit closer. I see up in there. There's hopefully you can see that. There, trying to get the light out of there. There's some nails up there. See those nails? Right up in there. And they're not even in anything anymore. Up in there, see? And first thing I have to do is remove those nails, because there's no way this is going to go back in. Right, and in fact, when I push this back in from here, it might hit the stucco there. I'm not quite sure. I may have to chisel that back a little bit to have it snug up in there, but we'll just have to see. Because the last thing I want to do is to have this split out. See that nail? That nail right there has split the bottom edge of the fascia across there, and then there's a nail right in there. It's split this triangular piece. I'm going to try to save all that. Okay, first things first, I got to get those nails removed. Now, how am I going to do that? If you've seen some of my videos before, you would think, I think you have an idea of how I would do that. Kaboom. This is how I'm going to do it. See here, it's just a hacksaw blade. I'm just taking it out, and I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to saw it. I don't need a holder on it and buy one of those at the store, do all that kind of stuff. Just took it out of a hacksaw. And see, I like to get the finer teeth. This is 32. TPI is teeth per inch. 12 inches long. They've got these hacksaw blades in different lengths. Did you know that? So make sure you measure your hacksaw blade and your hacksaw first before you go to the store and get one. Think, they all are the same. Come back and find out it's too long, it's too short, or whatever. And because the teeth are so small, see how small those teeth are? You can hardly see them. It's important to go the right direction. You want to go against, if the blades are going this way, that's the way you want to saw. You don't want to flip it around and go the opposite, because you'll be sawing all day. You might think, well, is there an easy way to figure that out? Because if you can't see very well, you've got to squint in there. Well, usually they have an arrow, like a half an arrow, see? And it's telling you the teeth are going this direction. That's why you can see I've used this hacksaw blade before, just on this end, to get up in there and cut some nails out of an electrical junction box, and I was pulling it out of the wall. And I used my trusty hacksaw. That's why you don't see any other marks anywhere else. So I'm just going to take that, get up in there, saw away, and cut those nails right off. I never know from time to time when I'm going to show something, when I'm not. At first I thought, I'm not going to show this, but I thought, why not? I've already got one nail cut, and I made the determination that there's one more nail up here that needs to get removed. There's a couple other nails up high, but those are still stuck in the wood. Had to let the UPS truck go by. There's a couple nails that are still stuck in the wood. So once this goes back, I think I can tap those back. So it's just this last one I've got to get out of here in real time. This is about how long it's going to take you with this blade. 32 teeth. Come on, baby. There it is. There's my nail. Bye-bye. Okay. I still have a couple nails up here where this top piece is still attached. I don't want to cut them all off and have this fall. And plus, those are still attached, so I can kind of tap that in. The main thing is I got to suck that in. Chances are, once I suck that in, it's going to crack. It's going to crack this other thing out too. So before I start beating on this, I'm going to have to get up higher. Wow, that thing just is like a ski jump because it's been up there. The best thing to do would be to replace the fascia board, but in order to do that, you have to remove all the roof cap pieces. Take this out, and then you can put it back on. I've seen roofers do that before, but I'm not going to do that this time. It's all about trying to fix what I got for now. Maybe in a couple years, I'll have to think about in a couple years, we'll have to think about replacing this this fascia board. And like I say, some places they do that as a maintenance. Like if your fascia board is checked and cracked, like see this one here, there's a big long, see that crack right there? And then there's a crack up further, right there. And then you should start thinking about replacing your fascia boards. And see, if I had to replace the trim cap pieces, if I didn't want to get up on the roof, I'd have to get a roofer to do that, and then he'd have to have the knowledge to cut and install the fascia board pieces. Even though that fascia board looks like a 2x6, it's probably like a 2x10 or a 2x8 or something like that. I'd have to reach my tape measure up in there and measure it, but I'm not going to do all that for right now. Most of the fascia boards on the house are still in really good shape. See that fascia board? All these fascia boards, they still look really good. Okay, so it's just that exterior piece, and that's because we're facing the south. Right here, it gets lots of the sun and wind and rain on there. See, this piece over here is checking a small crack. See that little small crack there, and you come down, you see another one right there. Come down a little further. See, it doesn't look too terribly bad just yet, so that's why I'm doing a repair on it only.